Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft on Nyxus Gaming. We are here in Deseus, the build world, the server, and a little bit of an update on that. As you may or may not know, I am working on publicizing this server for you guys to come on and join. I have updated Spigot to 1.21. A lot of the plugins that I have on the server are updated to 1.21. What I'm waiting on now, though, is one of the plugins I had on here was Craftbook, and I had the old version of Craftbook, apparently. And now I want to update to Craftbook 5, which apparently doesn't have a Spigot plugin. It's a paper thing. So I need to transfer the server over to paper instead of Spigot. At least that's my understanding, because paper plugins don't work on Spigot, but Spigot plugins will work on paper. I don't know. I'm still kind of new to this server stuff, but that's how I understand it. There is a version of paper on 1.21 right now, but it is experimental, so I'm just waiting on that. I don't want to do an experimental one and mess up everything I've been working on here. So once that's good, we're going to update to 1.21, get Craftbook. There's a couple of other plugins that I definitely want, and then I will reset the survival world and I will release it to you guys to join. That's kind of where we are on that. But we're here for a build video today, aren't we? So first off, if you remember last time, we ended off with just this section of wall here. I've since started the wall on the right, but have finished it on the left here. This extends all the way over here. You see I've cleared a lot of the land around here too, just so it's flat up against the wall. It kind of goes in diagonally here. I don't know why this cobble is here. Get rid of that. And it goes all the way out to the lake here. This, I guess, is the new border to the city, as I see it. So if you don't know, the lore is everything to the east of this wall is a big war zone, and they kind of threw this wall up as a first line of defense against the orcs that were attacking. So they didn't want them just attacking from across the river. Today we're going to be working on a little camp area here, because the way I see it, there was probably a camp here right at the gate into the wall where soldiers would make their final stop. They would plan their attacks. They'd shore up their defenses here in case the orcs attacked and all that kind of jazz. But now, since it's post-war time, I imagine the camp has been kind of converted. All the tents and stuff are still there, but they've probably converted it to a builder's camp in order to make repairs to the wall and any major damages that happen to the east of it. And maybe to build up the area here. You know, they have this nice new border to the city. Might as well start using it, you know? Get the builders out, get them building stuff. That kind of thing. So what I'm thinking is have a little strip of road going from the bridge to the gate there, which my roads are very complicated to build. I don't know an easy way to build them, so I do all this by hand. And I don't really want to do that on video, so I will save that for later. But along the little strip of road, we're going to have various tents and stuff, and we're going to start with the big main tent, probably right about here. So let's get it going. Okay, so starting off here, we're actually going to reuse one of my old designs that I have in the previous version of this world. Let's go ahead and just do that, clear my inventory. We're going to try and keep to the colors of the city here, which I'm pretty sure it's the darker green, but I'm going to grab both shades just in case. We can head this way. There should be a banner somewhere that we can check. Or just pay attention to the big monument on the castle there. We see the wool on the wall. It's definitely the darker green, so let's get rid of that. And these are going to be the main colors of the tents. This big one is, of course, going to use both of these colors. And I think we're going to start with the green. Alright, so pardon me as I look up and down from the screen a little bit as I try and build this out. It's been a while since I built it. So this is going to be about 3 high, and then we're going to go 4 over. And we're just going to start alternating. So yellow, green, and yellow. And then we got to kind of go in diagonally. Right? Trying to look at how I've done this, actually. Yeah, so it ends on the opposing color. Okay, we're good, we're good. So now it goes inwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 6. Sorry, I'm looking at a different color version of this, so I gotta kind of like associate the colors with what they are. This should end on a green. So I think we go 1 less there. Yeah, okay. And then we just kind of match it on the back. Once we get these first colors down, it won't be as difficult to tell what we're doing. We're going to do double greens there just to keep it, as you can tell, it's kind of an even number across, so we can't go ones the entire way through, but this will keep it symmetrical at the very least. Okay. Right about to there. And we start going inwards. Okay, and that's like the main border of this first tent here. We want to bring the walls up 3 all the way across. I think the best way to do that is going to be just go and do all the greens first and then come back and do the yellows so we aren't alternating the whole time. Go ahead and switch to yellow here. Okay, so now that we got that done, gonna want to... I think we actually need to go up a couple more on this, on the entire side. Yeah, we're gonna go up a couple more. That's my bad. Planned it wrong. Go ahead and build out here with this. I think we'll want to alternate that as well, just to keep it similar. All right, now we need to add some definition to this because right now it's just kind of a flat wall, and that flat wall doesn't really look good. So what we're going to end up doing, we're going to alternate here, and we're going to build out one with this. So let's go ahead above all the yellows, we're going to do a little green here. Gets a little weird on the corner. And how did I do it on the side? The side actually lines up with the same color, but that keeps it alternating on the rest of it. It's a minor sacrifice to have it the same there, but it'll look good on the rest of the wall. Okay. Now on these greens, actually, we are going to want to drop them all down pretty much. Just like the sides there. Except for these bits here. And then we'll just connect the top with some more yellow. And there you see we're starting to get a little bit more definition to this. We can throw in a little bit more. Let's get some fence posts. Should we do spruce or should we just go with oak? I feel like the oak will blend in too much with the yellow. So let's do the spruce. This is going to align on all the yellow panels underneath. Aligns with the green on the side, but that's fine. Yellow on the front and back, green on the sides. All right, now we need to work our way to the top. And again, it's just going to kind of line up. It's going to be a striped tent for the most part, which is throwing me off a little bit. Yeah, so it lines up with these, not the bottom. So we actually did do this entire row a little bit wrong. So let's get rid of that and redo it. I don't want to do a checkered design into stripes like that because I feel like that'll just be a little bit too busy for my taste, you know? So if we keep it lined up like this, it should be fine. The corners are going to get a little weird, though. I need to look at how I did those. Here, let's just go ahead and line up the top here. There we go. That's looking a little bit better. So this goes green, and then these two go yellow. And then these two are green. Yeah, that's kind of how I lined it up there. Let's match that on the rest. Yellow, yellow, green, green. And then just start alternating again. All right. Now we just want to stripe this up to the top. It should be simple enough. I just need to pay attention to how I did the corners and keep it going the same way, preferably. So we can go ahead and line up these bits. All the way up to the 3 here. And then that point will kind of flatten out. Why is that messed up? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we line it up like that, and this will give us a good chance to figure out what we're doing with the actual corners here, and we can match it up on the other side, simple enough. I think this goes one more in for the green. Kind of the same here. And then these, of course, go up. To match there. I think the rest in here will do yellow. And that's a decent little corner to the tent there. We just need to match all the corners like that. Right, green up there, and then the rest yellow? Oh, there's a green missing here. That's what's throwing me off. Green up there and there, then the rest yellow. All right, and that's one side of the tent done. These bits here, I can pay attention to how I've done them. I think they actually... one inwards. They go up. 2. Right? Yeah, one inwards, they go up 2. And then we do this number here. And then we just keep the stripe going. How's that looking? That's not looking bad. It's starting to come together. And now this is just going to go straight across at this level here at the tip until we get to the other side. Then we'll match this section here over there. Oh, slight mess up there. I forgot it goes on a double strip in the middle there, just to keep it symmetrical. All right, we're just about here where we need to do another raised bit section. So let's do that. I think that's all we need to do for there. Got one more green stripe here, and then we need to start doing the side again like we did over here, right? Ah, the yellow starts there. Okay, so these go up one more, I think. What is going on here? Does this green go all the way up? That green goes all the way up, okay. And then this green goes up one more. Then the rest of that is yellow. We got the front side done. We can get a good look at that. It's not a bad design. I feel like there's too much yellow. But overall, I don't think it's a bad tent design. And there we go. The exterior is done. I do think I want to add some flags at the top. I'm realizing how big this tent is. It's bigger than the wall. And bigger than the towers there. I mean, I don't think it's a huge problem. How does it look from the other side of the wall? Like someone just approaching. Oh, they can't even see it, you know? Coming in, the gates open for travelers to come in through, and they see the tent right about there. They know something's going on. Maybe it'll be when the builders are done here. Maybe it'll be like a traveling circus or something that takes root here. Who knows, right? But that's the exterior done. What I think would be cool is to throw in a couple of flags. And I have some flag designs over here. They aren't the yellow and green. They're green and blue. I think just throwing in a couple of these wouldn't be a bad idea. We could do those. I think I also have just a smaller basic one over here. Yeah, maybe we just go with this smaller basic one. Looks simple enough. The tent itself is already big. It doesn't need big flags flying over it. I think the castle should have the biggest flags and nothing should match that, you know? We'll keep it like that. Do we put them on the top? I mean, we could. Let's see how they look on the top. Also, I think it was like this. That doesn't look right at all. Okay, actually, there we go. That looks a little bit better with that slight change. Maybe we lower it down one, so it's not as tall. What did I do there? There we go. All right, and there are our 2 flags on top. That would serve during wartime as the main command tent, probably have tables inside to lay out maps and stuff. Very similar if you've played Skyrim, go to any of the Stormcloak or Imperial Legion camps. They have a tent where they just have a big map laid out with all the forts they've taken. And that would be that, but I'm sure nowadays it's used more as a sort of planning tent for what they want to build, what they want to repair around the area. That's obviously not the whole episode. That's not going to be this whole area. We have a few small tent designs that I want to try. And I think we'll just make these out of one color. Green will probably do. I'll start one like right over here. We'll make them like 7 wide like that. And we want to make them steep as well. Maybe 1 more for the center. 2 more. See, that looks like a massive tent compared to the wall as well. Maybe we only go 1 high on the tip there. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better at least. Me realizing how big my camp design is compared to the walls that's supposed to defend it. And I still feel like that's a little bit tall. Maybe we get rid of the 2 here. And just do a 1 there. That's a little bit better. I think that's manageable. Do we want a backside, like a fully enclosed back? We might not. I don't know. We're not done with the front though, so let's grab some spruce. Maybe if we do stairs instead, like this. Still looks kind of weird on the bottom. It's actually just looking weirder and weirder the more I do. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is too thick here. I wish there were sideways slabs in these games. That would be so much easier to manage. I'm not very good at these kinds of tents designs. I prefer to just go like as much wool as I can, like a bright, colorful tent. Obviously. So when I start throwing in a lot of wood, I just can't get the feel right for it, you know? Here, let me try to look up some inspiration real quick. see how exactly people do these things, because I obviously don't get it. Okay, they do a kind of similar thing, honestly. I think a thing they do, though, is they leave like a small gap there so it doesn't connect all the way to the ground, which makes it look a little bit less thick. I don't know, I feel like the overall, that arch is way too thick, though. I don't know, let's go ahead and we'll do the backside. I guess we'll do the backside the same. However I get this tent to my liking, I will probably just copy and paste it around, maybe change up the colors a little bit. So I want it looking good if we're going to reuse it, you know? Then that was a block here, and that's pretty much the same, right? I think it is. I haven't decided. Do I want the closed back? Because I'd assume we'd close it with the same color as the sides. And that looks fine from the front. I don't know about the back, though. Another thing they do is they put kind of a top to it to kind of hold it up, I guess. I don't want it to be a completely flat top, though. That looks kind of stupid. Maybe we just do a flat top. A little spine to it. And is this the center? No, no. I don't want to put too much wood on it. It's not the greatest tent that I've seen built in the game, if I'm being honest. Maybe if we take this and we move it one forward, that might help. It's always good to get out of your comfort zone a little bit as well, though, and try and build things that you don't really build. That's how you become a better builder. Here, this might help. Adds a little bit of like a fluff to it, you know? Like, I don't know about that piece, but like just like that on each side. And we'll keep it like straight inside. We aren't gonna destroy these just to make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we will, actually. Wasn't there... No, the piece... Where was the other piece? I'm confused. Where was the upper piece? Oh, that's why. Because that's double high. I can't get rid of it. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. That's fine. Just, I'm not super satisfied with the top here. Definitely don't want to destroy the center bit. What if... Maybe we fluff it like that? No, I don't know about that. Sorry, I'm just doing some comparisons of how it should look. See what comes out looking the best. I think that's not a bad overall design. I do want to throw some stuff into the backside. What if we do like some trap doors or something? See how that would add to the texture. Like maybe put some on those flat pieces there. Put one at the top. And then maybe... that way it looks like it's actually encased there on top. I might even get rid of the actual slabs here and just do trapdoors. Trapdoors are a little bit thinner, you know? I feel like that's helping, definitely. I was gonna see if I could put a window in it, but like tents don't really have windows, at least not full cloth ones like this. See, the problem is when I think tents, I don't think like medieval war camps. I think like going camping in modern times. Those are the kinds of tents I think about. And you can build them in Minecraft, but they are very basic and just don't look good, and they don't really serve the purpose that I'm going for here. My main complaint with this right now is just the bare backside here. I think just adding some stuff like this will help. I think that's what we'll have to do there, yeah. Okay. So we got a big tent and a basic small tent for people to live in. Or sleep in. And I want to reuse this design. So let's get our wand out. And do some world editing. Alright. We will copy it from here, right front and center. I'm also realizing, did I do this block? I don't know if I did this block or this block. I need to do this block for the first edit. That way I actually get the trapdoors on it. And I don't think I did that with this side either. There we go. Now it should copy correctly. Completely don't know what I'm typing. Okay, so we've copied that. And I don't want them just lined up. We're going to kind of stagger them out a little bit on this side. See, this also being a war camp, I feel like it would make a lot of sense for them to have like a little smithy tent as well, which should definitely look different from the big main tent. I think it should probably look different from the basic tents here. Location, though? They probably don't want it right up against the wall, or should they? Because I'm thinking either, like, right here or over there, you know? But maybe not next to the main tent like that. Here, let's just start copy and pasting these. Yeah, I think those are just spaced out enough to look like different. And we'll put the blacksmith tent right here. What I need to do... let's see if I remember how to do this command. I want to flip it... I don't remember having to specify... Here, we're going to do some trial and error here on this command. If I paste it like this, how does it look? It goes behind me. Perfect. That is what I want. Put one right here. And we'll put one kind of closer to the wall here, just in case. I think they should be able to walk through and get behind the tents here, you know? But we got like a nice little military camp going here, I think. And honestly, I might keep just the green color on them. I don't think a full yellow tent would look very good, you know? I mean, we can kind of test how that would look here with this one. If we select it, then we do replace green wool with yellow wool. Nope, not yellow wall banner. Yellow wool. You see, that just looks bright and annoying and terrible. So yeah, we might just keep the good old green tents going there. Yeah. Do we want any more? Can we dot around any more? We gotta have the blacksmith tent here. What if, for this one, we flip it and we have two just against the wall here? That might be what I'm thinking. I'll probably rearrange these. Here, let's just go ahead and do this one. I was gonna say I might just do them after the video ends, but then you guys won't get to see like the finished product of this camp. And it won't be completely finished because I won't have the road going in, but it'll be mostly finished. Okay, so we want to cut. And we want to flip it to the left. And that should go in front of me. Oh no, I think that literally flipped like the blocks left and right. Wait, did it? Okay, how do we flip it? We rotate, that's the command. It's been so long since I've used World Edit, honestly. Undo that. Now, it should rotate 90 degrees to the right here. And I think we'll just line it up with the center of this wall section here, which is right here. Obviously not the right way. We'll rotate it. Rotate. Got to do the double slash. We rotate this 180 degrees, right? And now, if we paste, it is there in front of us. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just put two of these right next to each other. Right about here. And that adds a little bit more tents around here. I'm also thinking maybe we do just have the blacksmith tent, not on the edge here, but maybe like right here. We'll move this tent right there. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tents total. And each tent obviously can hold multiple guys in it. So yeah, let's get rid of you and move you. And we cut you out of here. And we'll put you like right here. I missed the top. My bad. I'll put it back real quick. There we go. All right, now for this last part of the video, we'll work on a little blacksmith tent here. And I'm thinking just a circular, different looking tent will do fine here. But we might want it a little bit steep, you know? And it'll probably be alternating colors, but I think I want to go with green and blue for this one. No yellow. The yellow just looks kind of bright and kind of throws off everything, you know? So let's find the center, like right about there. How wide do we want this to be? Like, go that far out, I guess? I think that should be big enough for an entire blacksmith's tent. Alright, let's make our circle. Oh my god, I'm terrible at placing blocks today. I apologize. We'll get there eventually, though. Feel like my hands are a little shaky, and that's attributing to that fact. There, maybe... Let's actually go 5 out on the sides. Make it a little bit more of a robust circle. I don't even know if robust is the right word, but that's what we're gonna do, yeah. Okay. I think we'll go 3 up on the sides, and then we'll start just centering, spiring it out towards the center. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's go ahead and do our blue first. See, that's looking a little too blue, if you ask me. That's the problem with using 2 colors. Sometimes it just looks like too much, you know? What we could do... I don't think it would be too much white if we went with white. Maybe we keep the blue on the bottom, but then once we start spiraling up, we go white. I feel like that would be an acceptable compromise. Alright, I do want a kind of wood border as well before it starts spiraling up. So I already have the spruce. Spruce fence will help. Pardon me if this gets a little weird and sloppy, because I don't exactly know what I'm doing at this point. This is a completely new design I'm kind of coming up with on the fly. Maybe if we go all the way around. I say completely new. I am taking some inspiration from Google right now on how I'm doing this. I'm not copying the design exactly. I'm just referencing it. Then I think we keep the green going up on the corners. I still don't want it too high. Hmm. Maybe something like that. And then we can see how that looks from the front. You know, honestly, I don't think this should go into a point. I think it looks fine if we kind of flatten it off there at the top. It kind of makes me think of one of the mushroom houses from Mario, just with the shape, I guess. But I think it's fine. I think it'll look fine if we just keep doing what we're doing around the edge. Definitely not coming out how I originally thought it would, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to find new designs. Eventually I'll get these placed down right, don't worry. Okay, I think that's the walls for the most part. Let's make sure to do our little wood designs here all the way around. You walk in, this is the big blacksmith tent. Just got to do the top here. Do we go one more up for the top, or do we just flatten it? I think we just flatten it from here, if I'm being honest. And we'll make it simple. We'll go across with the whites, and we'll fill the rest in with green, and we'll see how it looks from there. That might be too much white on top. I don't think it's too much white on top. I do think we can do with a little bit more wood on top. Like, what if we cover this white with wood and we connect it to the sides? That way there is a little bit more of a top kind of holding it up. We'll open this. Get rid of this white. And do some stairs here. And maybe this tent can have a glass roof with how we've built it. I wouldn't call this really a tent at this point either. That's a little bit of an issue there, but I think that still looks fine. Yeah, I wouldn't really call that a tent at this point. But I think it's fine, and it still kind of blends in to the rest of the designs very well. Yeah, I think it works. And this is where the blacksmith does his stuff here. Obviously, we're going to have to light up this area. One thing I want to do before the server goes live, I think I briefly touched upon it in the last episode, but right now I have World Guard on, and I have this entire town set to its own region. I don't think you guys will actually be able to leave the region. I have it set to where only staff members can leave that region in this world. You can still go to survival, but in this world you can only stay in town at the moment. But this whole area, obviously, it is not set to a region, so mobs still spawn in it, and you won't even be able to explore it. I want to change that, maybe expand the region, maybe also just make its own region. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I think overall, like, we got some decent designs here for this. I might change this up a little bit. I'm not completely satisfied with this. I think maybe a flat roof will do good. Maybe more wood to it. It's an old design of mine, and I just don't think it really stacks up. My building skill has kind of evolved since I don't even know where I got that design, if I'm being honest. I might have taken it off the internet somewhere. But I think my building skill has evolved since then, and it's not fitting with the rest of it. But for now, I think we can call this a kind of finished area here. Thinking maybe we can fit another tent right there. That way it just caps off at 7 total, like, live-in tents. We'll have to flatten this area a little bit. I think we can totally do that. A lot of people, they want to stick with even numbers. To me, odd numbers are more satisfying, and it feels right to me to have an odd number of tents, you know? Like 7 is a nice number to land at. If you've made it this far in the video, let me know down in the comments. Are you an even or an odd number kind of guy? Okay, so let's get our axe back out. Go ahead and copy this. Let's make sure to get the roof this time. Stand right here. Cut it. And I don't want it to completely touch the main tent, so let's come over a little bit here. I think that's a good spacing for it. And this one can be a little bit further back. Maybe about here. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it right there, actually. So we got 2 more tents in. So the plan in between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and extend that road over there out to at least the gate here. I might redo this main tent a little, and we'll kind of go from there. Maybe I'll add another row of tents, like, right behind here, because this is a sort of military camp. Like, that was the first thing it was made for, and this seems like just a kind of shoddy number of tents, you know? And I think if we're going to have a little road going back here to access these 2 tents, we might as well just have another line of tents right here. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for me in between episodes. But overall, I think this was a successful build here. We're starting to fill out this new area of the map. And I'm satisfied. I'm especially satisfied with how this one came out. This blacksmith tent here. Hopefully it keeps going that well. But I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time for more building. Bye-bye.